701. Welcome to episode 3 of WrestleReacts. My name is Chaos, also known as Zach, if the other two want to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Duke. I go by Duke. John, over to you.
All right, my name is John. As you can see by Duke, or at least hear by Duke. Yeah, my name is John. I go by Johnny or John. Also, my name is Johnny Mayhem as well. So yeah, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? If you guys are listening on
What's up,
Spotify,
what's
make
up?
sure to follow our YouTube at WrestleReacts and our Twitter at WrestleReacts. Other than that, let's get this terrible podcast started.
Underwear.
Yeah,
Let's get it. Underwear.
Yeah. All right. So as always, we're gonna kick it off with Monday Night Raw and what happened there.
Shit show.
So I believe it was the Bloodline that came out first,
Mhm.
and they were just talking crap on Sammy, Kevin, and Riddle for everything that they've been doing.
Mhm.
And that's when the Judgment Day decided to show up. But oddly enough, during this, and I don't know if I should add this in yet, but Maria Ripley was staring down at Solo Sikoa during that entire freaking promo. But apparently, Judgment Day and Bloodline were teaming up for one night only to help get rid of Sammy, Kevin, and Riddle, and for, I believe the Bloodline were trying to get rid of Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny, even though Bad Bunny wasn't there, even though they had a Bad Bunny problem. But whatever.
Mhm. He'll be there
Comments
next
on
week.
that?
It by the looks of that, it looks like Rhea Ripley won the ride solo. If you
Say
catch my
ride.
drift there. Yeah, like
How
Oh
would
my goodness.
Murphy feel about that?
You're riding solo. Yeah, that's a good question. How would? No,
How would Dami feel about that?
honestly, yeah. How would Dami? Uh, honestly, I really thought that Judgment Day and Bloodline was going to be going at it, and I don't want to give my opinions just yet because what happened at the main event is kind of where it's at. We haven't even got to the main event yet.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an okay start. What do you think, dude?
I'll be genuinely honest with you. I was working on Monday, so I didn't watch Raw.
Yeah.
I think it was just the
So
other.
I'll put a little input in, but I won't be talking too much on this.
Okay, so this is gonna be me
I
and Johnny talk about the Raw segment.
Yep.
After that, Solo Sikoa stayed in the ring as Rey Mysterio came out. They had a interesting match. But Solo Sikoa got the win off of his Samoan Spike, 3 count, easy as pie.
Mm-hmm.
That got rid of the Bad Bunny situation. Sorry, had to quote that.
In a Bad Bunny situation. Yeah, I mean,
my thing is, and I don't want to break off of things that could possibly happen, but I know Ray's a Hall of Famer now, but you gotta give him more props in his matches than anybody else does because he's a great wrestler. Like I said, he's in the Hall of Fame, and he deserves more credit where credit is due. So just because he lost off of one Samoan Spike to Solo Sikoa, that doesn't mean that he's a bad wrestler.
no. I definitely wouldn't say that. I mean, shoot, how many of matches that Ray's won, like in all of his career? I definitely wouldn't say oh, this Solo just do it and finish him off with one spike. That just ruined his career. I definitely wouldn't say that.
Yeah. There's a few people saying
But
on Twitter that Rey Mysterio has gotten too old and doesn't know how to wrestle like he used to anymore, and I think that's cap as fuck.
God,
Yeah,
it's so
he's
cap.
so
That is
good.
so cap. That is so cap, bro.
I think that WWE shouldn't be protecting the Samoan Spike as much as they are.
Yeah,
They protect it so hard it's literally a thumb.
Yeah, a thumb to the throat. That's the thing. And they're
Like
and
sure, I'd
because
be down for a few minutes, but I'm not a wrestler.
yeah, they've been protecting a lot of moves.
I think I said this last week's podcast about Sosakawa compared to Umaga, and I feel like he still needs to drop that stuff. He just
I
needs to
don't
do his
mind
own
it.
thing.
I like. I don't mind it. I like it. I just think that um, if I don't know, like to me, I just like it. I like how it goes. I think they can go at it with a different situation, like and it will be better if they can like tweak it a little bit and to make it better. But yeah, I like the Samoa Spike. I like the tribute to Umaga. I like that.
R.I.P. um, yeah, so Sakawa won that match. Then we had Bianca versus Dakota Kai after I believe it last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember by heart that Io Sky won the triple threat to go for the Raw Women's Championship at
Two
Backlash
weeks
against
ago.
Bianca.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I guess it's just Damage Control going after Bianca Belair at this point again, trying to show
Yeah.
dominance. But again, Bianca Belair picks up a victory over Dakota Kai,
Hmm.
which is an obvious. But I don't I don't see, like I said, I don't see Io Sky getting the Raw Women's Championship just yet. feel like she needs to work a lot more on her character, less on Damage Control before she can get that main belt.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like that. I kind of feel like there's a lack in the women's division right now for WWE because like it's to me it's starting to get too predictable. That's the reason why I didn't watch that match because I already knew that Bianca was gonna win. I was like, all right, Bianca's gonna finish her, pin her 1, 2, 3. She finished her, pin her 1, 2, 3. I was like, yep, it's starting to get predictable now. So I'm like, I don't know, this it's starting to kind of lag to me. I don't like it whenever it gets predictable.
Yeah. It's a back and forth. I just feel like Damage Control just needs to end it, and they need to go their solo ways and work on
Yeah,
themselves. After that, Cody Rhodes came out and said, "What do you want to talk about?" But he already knew what he wanted to talk about, and that was Brock
Oh my
Lesnar.
god, you at the start of the podcast.
What do you want to talk
what are you
about?
talking about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Cody
Okay.
Rhodes comes
So what do
out.
you want to talk about?
God damn it. Cody Rhodes comes out wanting to talk shit on Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar didn't accept the challenge until he decided to come out looking like the Undertaker.
Yep, I was
Um,
just about to say that.
Cody tried attacking him, but too many security guards were in the way. But Cody beat up all the security guards, but tried to get to Brock Lesnar. Didn't get a single hit on him though, unfortunately. But you know what? Still a banger promo by Cody, and we'll see what happens at Backlash with Cody and Lesnar. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
I don't know who's
Whoa!
gonna win this match. I feel like whoever wins this match is gonna be a banger regardless. But Cody wins, it's gonna be a big step. If Brock Lesnar wins, then it's just gonna look like pity on
If
Cody, but it's probably gonna build up another
to
story.
me, to me, I really feel like Cody needs this win. If Brock wins, I feel like it's a bury. I don't know. That's just me. Like Brock wins, he has nothing to gain for it. If he wins, that's a bury to me. Like if Cody wins, that's a lot. That's like, oh, I beat Brock Lesnar. That's saying a lot. If Brock wins, what does he gain out of it? Oh, I beat Cody Rhodes. Like I've beaten everybody else. I don't know. To me, if Brock wins, it's a bury to me. They buried Cody Rhodes to me.
Yeah, it was it's okay. I just if Brock wins, I feel like they're just gonna keep building up towards Cody winning the belt at SummerSlam. That's just how I feel about it. But if Cody wins,
Yeah,
it's a huge step towards it. God, I'm dying over here, y'all. Um, Seth Rollins versus The Miz was next. They actually put up a good fight. I liked
they
that
they
match.
did. They
It
really
was a good
did.
match.
It's just dude, I hate it whenever we have matches on Raw that we've already seen before, and it was a good match, I will say, but and it was also a thing of, oh, we're gonna book Seth Rollins because we're trying to make the fans happy and trying to let people know that Seth Rollins is here, and I understand what they were doing there, but at the same time, like like you couldn't give him anybody else. You just had to give him the Miz that we've seen over 20 times.
I mean,
That's
regardless,
why.
even though it's the
Yeah,
Miz, and after he got squashed like what 3 times a Mania basically.
yeah. And they're also in the match. They were trying to make Miz look strong. I noticed that by having him attacking him uh, while he did his entrance and trying to sing and he's still attacking him and then throwing him outside the ring, throwing him out in the corner of the barricade and keep throwing him into the steel steps and like they were trying to make the Miz look strong there, which I get, like I understand, but
Yeah, but
I don't know.
overall, it was still a good match. And Seth Rollins picked up
Yeah,
the victory, current as everybody knows.
I definitely rated a good match. It was definitely a banger. It was
I
just
think it was a
something that
lot
I
better than every match that was on the card on Raw.
yeah that was definitely the match of the night, I would say.
I mean, the main event was okay. It just didn't top that.
Yeah,
Next up was Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory, which I thought was for the championship, but I guess I was wrong. Lashley
no,
and Austin
yeah.
went at it for like maybe 20 minutes before Bronson Reed interfered, attacked Bobby and
Hmm.
Austin, caused commotion, and ended at a no contest, which I want to see, and this is just my opinion. I want to see Lashley, Theory, and Reed in a triple threat for the U.S. belt at Backlash. That would be awesome.
That would be really cool. That would be
Because
really cool.
Bronson's
But
got
like
skills,
same
bro.
Bronson does have skills. I would love to see Bronson as the United States champion. That's me.
I
Or
would love to see that too.
I would be okay with Bobby Lashley as well. But that's the thing is I think they're gonna push Austin Theory to the moon, which as they should. You know, he is good. I do get that.
I said this to my friends about the whole Austin Theory being champion situation. He's only faced like Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley a couple times. I know he had Mustafa Ali at one point, John Cena at one point. Who else did he have one time?
Seth,
I
him
already
and
said
Seth
Seth.
went at
Seth
it.
and Bobby went
Oh
at it for like multiple
yeah,
times. I'm trying to think of those one
yeah.
timers that he had. Whoever that other one timer
Uh,
is, they need to keep going with those because that could build up stories instead of just doing it one time and then
hmm.
calling it that.
Yeah,
Um, After that, Trish Stratus comes out and explains why she attacked Becky Lynch. She did a decent promo. It was basically talk about how she wants everybody to respect her and not respect Becky, and saying that the women's era didn't start with the original four horsewomen. It started with her. She
she called
basically
it
called out
horse.
Lita too.
She also called it horse ladies.
Yeah, I saw that. Horse
Yeah,
ladies.
the horse ladies. But
That's
yeah,
so dumb.
I I I know it's like I I noticed. This is something that I said that whenever I was watching it, I was just amazed of how Trish does not age, and she looks very good for her age. And I'm
Very
like,
good.
that's is yeah,
Very
very good,
good.
very
Fucking
good.
Duke just went. "Ah."
But yeah, I was saying that whenever I was watching it, I was like, holy crap, she just not age. Looks good, and it was a decent promo. And then she would, of course, if like basically we called it. She was the one that to attack uh Lita, and she admitted that on Raw. So of course we called that.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy Becky versus Trish at uh Backlash if it ends up becoming good because Lita and Becky was decent, but that was in Saudi, so I mean you can't really expect much there. But Trish
Yeah,
and Becky Puerto Rico Backlash, it's gonna be a banger. I hope we can all hope.
we all hope.
After that, the weirdest match that I've ever thought would be possible: Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville taking on Michin, aka Mia Yim, and Candice LeRae. The winner received a tag team title opportunity against Liv Morgan and Raquel, who are the women's tag champions now. And somehow Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville actually picked up that win. So I guess they're actually going to push them a tiny bit, but I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to that match, so like I saw
I
them
was
win.
watching
I'm like, all
some
right,
of it.
cool.
I was there for the ending because I was doing other things during it. But other than
Yeah,
that, I mean, it was okay. But I guess they're actually giving Chelsea and Sonya a push, which Chelsea deserves it. But I don't know about Sonya. I think
yeah,
she's gotten too many opportunities at that Raw Women's
yeah,
title back then.
yeah. I definitely agree on that. Agree with both.
I
Chelsea
wouldn't have minded
definitely
the
deserves
Karens
it.
win the tag titles, but I mean, Liv just won the women's tag belts with Raquel. She deserves to keep it for a while.
Yeah.
I almost said water because I was remembering the freaking thing that happened backstage with Liv Morgan pouring
Oh,
water on her
the
face.
water. Yeah, because
Uh,
she did that on Raw. Or
It's like, I don't care there's water in my face or something like that. Water? I don't care
yeah,
about water.
I don't care about water.
Her face was creepy. All right. And then the
Anyway,
main event. Sorry, guys. I'm like semi sick over here, I'm assuming. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle taking on Judgment Days. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, KO, Sami, and Matt Riddle picked up the victory. It was it was a decent match. I'd give it a B plus, something like that.
yeah.
It was
See, and
okay.
that what I was saying in the beginning um, of the podcast of the first match of the first segment. What I was thinking what was going to happen was uh, Judgment Day loses, and the Bloodline gets pissed off at Judgment Day. And whenever they told him, it was like we had an agreement, we had a deal kind of thing, and they get pissed off and they turn Bloodline turns on Judgment Day, and it turns into a feud. That was what I was expecting to happen, but no. I'm like, okay, that was kind of weird. And then we just end the show with
I'm sorry. I'm dying over here. I
go ahead.
I thought Roman was gonna turn on the Usos after they lost the tag belts at Mania, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot going on with the Bloodline that I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. But other than that, Raw this week was decent.
Yeah,
They had some good matches, some bad matches. No, it depends on how you take it. All right, now we're moving on to our segment that we've never done before on this podcast because we're recording this on a Wednesday. But we're going to talk about AEW What Just Happened.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What just happened?
What just
Oh
happened?
my god. What just happened?
Let's see. What
We're gonna let
we
Johnny
could.
take over to begin this.
Oh, come on, man. You go ahead.
Oh my. I wanted somebody else to begin it, but okay. Um Jungle Boy comes out to begin AEW, tries to talk, Sammy Guevara interferes, Sammy tries to talk,
Got it.
Darby Allin tries to interfere, and then all three of them just start bashing each other, which Sammy Guevara bashed them a lot. And then MJF
Yeah.
came out and announced that they're doing this stupid mini tournament for 4 pillars. Darby Allin got a little buy-in because he got pulled out of a hat draw. And then it
Yep.
was supposed to be Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara main eventing this week's Dynamite, which we'll get to after that. Other than that, continue from there.
So, um, that was the first segment of the one the night or yeah the first one. Wasn't it uh the women's tag team, right?
Yeah, it's
Next,
Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter
yeah,
versus Tony Storm and Ruby Soho, the Outcasts.
the Outcast. Yeah. So, what I thought was funny was uh, so Soraya is coming out, and then and the Outcast is coming out, and Soraya sees this fan waving a Britt Baker towel, and Soraya's trying to like yank the towel out of the fan's hand, and and they're going back and forth. They're playing tug of war with this towel. All right, and so finally Soraya gives up and lets go of the towel, and then just takes the can of spray paint and sprays her and then walks away. I'm like, yo, what? So I thought that was funny. And it was a fan too. Um, Match was actually pretty good though. There's a lot of spots in there that I really enjoyed. And it turns out the Outcast picked up the victory.
The funniest part about the entire tag team match was Saraya after she I forgot what she did during this. Trying to remember by heart. All I remember that she was running away saying, "Help me, help me."
Oh yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, she was like she was on the outside of the ring and ringside, and she was screaming that, and you can hear it on TV. Help me! Help me!
Her
It
face
was
when she was doing
hilarious.
it. I don't remember what she was doing though.
Yeah, I think she was getting
Oh,
beat
I
up.
remember. She ran out of the ring because she hit
Yeah,
Jamie Hayter from behind. Jamie tried to chase her,
yeah,
and Saraya's like, "Help me, help me."
yeah. I was like, oh man, that's good.
And that was hilarious. Um, After that, we had the Elite come out and talk that shit, and
They talked their shit.
they talked shit on Blackpool Combat Club, and obviously, Brian Danielson is on the big screen calling them
Titantron.
fickle. Not really fickle, but they're calling them amateurs. But we all know what he was trying to say. Screw you,
Yeah,
WWE.
call amateurs.
Anyways, called them amateurs, and then Blackpool attacked them from behind. But I believe it was semi the Elite, and then it was Blackpool that got the advantage. It was a 50-50, but then it was
Yeah,
Blackpool that got him. Grabbed Kenny Omega while the Bucks were down. Brian Nielsen comes to the ring,
I
calls Kenny Omega not an amateur,
it
and
was
wants to end
mainly
him with a.
the elite that got the advantage
Yeah, they
because
got a lot of hits in there,
of
especially
Takasha.
Wheeler Yuta. If you're listening to this, Wheeler Yuta, I don't like you. Um,
Yes.
Hey, we don't need to be so harsh on. Name 3 reasons you don't like Wheeler Yuta.
we've already talked
Bad at
about this
prom.
off of
Yeah,
podcasts.
bad at
Terrible at
Say it
promos.
on
promos,
podcast. Say
terrible
it.
at wrestling.
What's the third one?
He's Asian. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Is he
Well,
Asian? I don't know.
you want to know 3 reasons you should like him?
Why?
Terrible at
Really?
promos, terrible at wrestling, Asian.
Asian. You hear that, Wheeler? We're
Well,
after you. 3-on-1
this
assault. Let's
isn't
go.
making
I like him. I think he just needs a
He
little bit
likes him
more
because he's
time.
the quote unquote underdog.
Yeah, I love Wheeler Yuta. I follow him on Twitter. I don't use Twitter. Let's continue.
Let's continue.
If we can after that one.
Yeah, if we can after that one, because you fucking said Asian.
Talk
Jesus
about Wheeler
Christ.
Yuta for the next hour.
All right, so
No.
his match against.
Oh
Hear
my
me out.
gosh.
Hear me out. I'm gonna rant about him just for 1 second. Willie Yuta came into All Elite
He
Wrestling thinking
came?
that he was getting okay. He joined All Elite Wrestling so that he can get some momentum because he didn't do much after Ring of Honor closed because I guess he was supposed to be a part of that one. Came in there, trying to prove himself against the Blackpool Combat Club. He lost a lot of matches and he won one match against Moxley when they both bled. Not a coincidence.
He came?
I don't remember. Was it Wheeler Yuta or was it John Moxley that actually won that match? I think it was Moxley, but gave Yuta the spot anyways, which makes him even the
Yeah, it was
bigger loser.
Moxley. That's right. That is right. That's right. It was Moxley that won the match, and then he somehow gained Moxley's respect, quote unquote, and they shook hands, and that's how he came in.
During the fucking thumbnail of this on YouTube, I'm just gonna put a picture of Wheeler Yuta, and it's just gonna have a big ass X on his eyes. No,
Why are we doing him
Jeez.
like that?
because we can. Anyways,
Who's
Wheeler Yuta
we?
got joined into Blackpool Combat Club even though he
Who's
lost.
we?
Got the Pure Championship twice, even though he sucks at wrestling. His promos are terrible. He just lost the belt to uh, Katsuyori Shibata. So yeah,
Yeah,
screw Wheeler Yuta.
yeah,
Anyways, let's move on. Um, Next up, and I feel like this is the one that Johnny hates the most, so let him talk after this. Sorry, I'm having autocorrect in my head. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow TNT Championship. This is Wardlow's
yeah.
third time going for the belt, basically, because he won the belt and then he lost, and then won the belt. The car broke thing, and then they had to crown a new champion, which was Hobbs,
And,
and then
and
it's
we're
going to
flip
Taker.
flopping the TNT title. That's what I don't like. we're flip flopping the
The one
fucking
thing that
TNT
I
title.
hated before I get into this, I'm gonna talk about what happened in the match, and then I'm gonna get into my rant. But Powerhouse Hobbs had QT come out to help him, and Wardlow had Arn Anderson to come out after 2 years ago. Something happened with QT and Arn Anderson. It was so random. But anyways, Hobbs got most of the advantage in that match, but Wardlow got the 3 power bombs, and now a 3-time TNT champion. And then Christian Cage came out with Luchasaurus, just stared him down while Wardlow held the belt up with Arn Anderson on his side, and that's what ended that segment. But and the one thing I wanted to talk about, and that's what Johnny was talking about, the whole flip flopping situation. When Samoa Joe was television and TNT champion, and then Darby Allin beat Samoa Joe for the belt, I was relieved because I loved Darby Allin when he was the original TNT champion when he won the belt, because he was doing great things with it. I thought he was going to do great things with it again because he was offering championship spots to a bunch of people, and then Samoa Joe wins it right back. That was kind of pointless. That was my only rant I had.
But it's the exact
Thank
same
God.
situation though. It's the exact same situation where we're flip flopping with a Warlow, and where he was the TNT champion. Then we put it on Powerhouse Hobbs, who only had it for a month, and then now Warlow is the TNT champion again. So like, what do we do? I don't know. It's
I was talking about this with
uh,
you, and I wasn't saying I wanted Wardlow to win. I made a prediction saying Wardlow
yeah.
was going to win, but I only based it because of the drama that
So
was happening like weeks ago with the whole creative side, and he wanted to leave. Automatically, I was
yeah,
like, Tony Khan's going to automatically give him the belt back. That's just how he does things if people are upset. He doesn't give a
yeah,
fuck. And that's how I knew that Wardlow was going to win this match tonight, and that's what happened. But just like Darby Allin and just like Hobbs, they have the belt for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, and then they drop it to somebody that's already had the belt. It was just, I don't know. Luchasaurus or Christian Cage, whatever one was going out there during that segment, I don't care who wins that belt.
it's
But
it's it's
Wardlow,
it's gonna be Luchasaurus because Christian
probably.
is a manager.
I want to see
But I
Wardlow
would
lose the
I
belt to Luchasaurus and then go to Ring of Honor because
same.
I don't want to see Wardlow anymore. I'm sorry.
I like Warlow, I really do. But if that is the case, if he really is pissed off backstage, and if that really is the case of him, then like that's the reason why he got the title, man, I don't know. Shame on him if that really is the case
That's kind
because
of pity on
it's
Khan's
not.
side.
Yeah, it really is, and but on the same time, it's like it's kind of pity on Wardlow's side too. You got to put people over, and that's the thing. He's not. He just wants to like that. That's kind of, and I don't know. To me, it kind of seems selfish. Like, what's in it for me? What do I get? And then, oh well, we'll give you a title. Okay, now we're making me happy, and that's where I'm like, oh, what? What about putting people over in the business, man? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand what their plans are with that whole situation. I just know that, hear me out. When MJF and Wardlow were having their rivalry and Wardlow won it, I was respecting Wardlow because I enjoyed the push. And then he became TNT champion. I think he beat Scorpio for the belt, right?
Yeah, I
After he
think
won
so.
the
I think that's right.
terrible gold purple belt, he basically did nothing with
Yeah,
it. It was kind of pointless to have it around his shoulders. And then Samoa Joe beat him for it, which was cool in my opinion. I was voting for him during that. And then Samoa Joe
yeah,
made it pointless. And then Wardlow got it back, and then Joe got it back, and then Darby Allin, and then Joe. It was like, God dang,
yeah,
they're just throwing
yeah.
that thing around
That's
like it's
like
a piece of pizza.
yeah, basically. That's why I'm getting pissed off. Like like the TNT title. Does it look great? It's not the best. No, I'll be the first to admit that. But like, it's literally their mid card championship, is it not?
What Cody said before he left
I
was the
know
TNT belt is exactly
it's,
like the world belt. They're both world titles,
but
but they don't treat it like
but
that.
still, yeah, exactly. That's my point. they're
Same with
they're
the
not
TBS belt.
treating
It's
it
supposed
like
to be a world belt, but you don't see Jade Cargill defending her belt.
Well, I mean, I feel like that TBS championship shouldn't. I don't even know what the heck is going on with that either. Debut a title and then have Jade win it, and
Bro,
then no
I want
one
to look
else
something
goes
up real
gets to
quick.
get it. That's
I
where
think
I'm
it's
just like,
hilarious.
debut a title, Jade wins it, and then no
Holy
one else
shit.
gets.
Holy shit. I just looked this up. Okay. So, I think this is kind of upsetty spaghetti in some places. But Jay Cargill was the first ever TBS champion back in 2021, 22,
Yeah,
something
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. My bet,
And she's only
that's
like 50 something and 0 in her record, right? Guess how long
that's
she's
what
been holding the belt
exactly
for?
ever since it debuted.
Guess.
That's what I'm saying. Why come in, make a title, debut a title, have Jade win it, and then nobody gets a chance? Why? That's where I'm like, what the hell? To me, that's pointless.
She just held the belt for 469 days with only 50, I'm going to assume 53, 54 title reigns, which is really sad.
And I feel like that's got to be another reason why the women's division in AEW is kind of lacking, is because
So
she
like,
has the title because she's undefeated. No one can defeat her. No other women can get a chance and get a shot at an opportunity because it's all about Jade for the TBS championship. So that's where I'm like, I don't know.
yeah.
To me, whenever that happened, like it's like I said, ever since it debuted, that's where I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? You're gonna have Jade win it, no one's gonna beat her, and she's gonna be like, she's literally the female Goldberg. So like, where she has this big streak.
Yeah, we went so off topic of what happened in AEW, but we just had a rant
Yeah,
on Jay Cargill. If you're listening to this,
yeah.
we hate you too. Anyways, uh,
Wow, wow.
I'm throwing
All right,
shots. I'm throwing
throw a shot.
shots. All right, the
Bro
next
goes to an
match,
AEW event and gets fucking bodied.
she's
She
gonna
says,
body
"Oh,
me. I'm gonna get
you
destroyed.
talking shit
Anyways,
about on your podcast? Oh, get in the ring then." And then you
get in the
fucking
ring. Get in
die.
the ring, bitch. She hits me with her
Get in the ring
fucking
then. All
oh,
right.
jaded. Yeah, she hits me with that thing. Yeah. Anyways, um, next match was barn burner, as Duke likes to say. Jay White versus Commander. That was Jay White's debut too, and he did a phenomenal match against Commander. And
Well,
there
debut
was
match, not
Was
debut
it?
entry.
Was it?
it was Jay
Because
White's
I
debut
thought
match
on Dynamite, yeah.
on Dynamite.
I
Wait,
would
did
say
he have a match
on
on
Dynamite,
Rampage?
yeah. Yeah, he had a match on the Rampage.
I don't watch Rampage, y'all. I only watch
Yeah, he
Dynamite because it's more
on
important to me.
Dynamite. It was a Dynamite match debut. Yes, I will say that. But I think he had a match on Rampage.
Well, his Dynamite debut
Don't quote me
was.
though. Don't
I'm
quote me.
already gonna
I
say
think I.
don't quote me. I'm gonna look this up now because I just said something.
Yeah, go look it up. Look it up because like I'm having second guesses too. I could have swore he had his debut match on Rampage,
Nope,
but I
his
could be wrong.
in-ring debut was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tonight?
Yep, he had one against Trent. God, man. Wait,
Yep,
no, that
yep.
was last year. That was last year.
Dang, dude. Okay.
So his
So,
technically signed debut
yeah. Okay,
was
yes.
today.
Yes.
Sorry for
Yes.
confusing people.
We'll go with that. We'll definitely go with that. We'll agree with that.
Anywho, Jay White and Commander pulled off a lot of awesome spots, but that Blade Runner at the end, Commander
Oh
fucking
my god,
sold. Commander
dude.
sold that thing for the 3 count.
Dumb. He fucking sold it. It
He
was
Dolph
so
Ziggler that
good.
shit.
He Dolph Ziggler that shit, bro. Oh my god, it was so good. Spiked him.
But yeah, obviously
Oh
Jay White picks up his win here on his debut. Obviously, he's gonna win his debut.
yeah,
Good match.
that's what we were saying. And it's like, oh, Commander's coming out, so he's gonna be who's he going up against? Oh, yep, Jay White. So he's losing,
But
but still,
everybody
it
thought
was a
that it was gonna
banger
be like
match.
a jobber match with Commander, but Commander pulled off fucking
Can
suicide
we
dives.
talk about that botch that happened? But he saved it.
Oh,
like
the fucking he ran up into the turnbuckles,
to
did
the
a
corner.
backflip, but like
Yeah,
he kind of
he
got
he
he kind of
he
got stuck in
slipped.
there.
Yeah, he slipped and he did botch, but he saved it by landing on the botch. I'm like,
That
what?
Hurricane though,
I
that
The-
don't even
to
think
end that was so fucking damaging. It looked like it almost fucking hurt Jay White's neck.
I don't even think that like he completely botched it, but I think what saved it was that he like play with the with it. Like he
yeah,
jumped up
yeah.
and down on
He's
the ropes.
he's
Like
like
I don't think that
he's
was
like,
planned for
oh
that, but he was like cuz I think he was just doing like a second rope thing
yeah.
and watched it. But then he was like, "Oh, I fucked it up. Let me act like I didn't, but like they know I did." And then he just started like playing on the ropes doing some springboard stuff and then did the
Spring
move.
springboard stuff. I love it.
Nice.
Pretty
It
cool.
was awesome.
It
It
was
was
good.
awesome.
Like I said, we were expecting it to be a jobber match, but no, it became a banger between Jay White and
It
Commander.
really was like I'm
The
like what
fucking
the
what was it? What is it? What is it? The fucking ropes. Like every single time when he would bounce off the ropes or walk on
yeah.
them, the shooting star press,
Oh my
the
god, yeah. The
bouncing
Phoenix
Phoenix
Splash.
splash. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. The Phoenix Splash was good. The shooting, yeah, it was like a well, like I said, how would you explain that? It was on the top rope, but not on the turnbuckle. But he did that shooting star press, and it was so good. I love that.
It was a banger match, but props to Jay White on picking up his win in his debut against Commander. I want to see that again, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Um.
Sean Spears gave that a
Oh my
5,
God.
and
Why did I totally
yeah,
forget about that?
yeah.
Sean
Sean
Spears
Spears.
returned typically,
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Returned
So
which
with
was
a gimmick.
Sean Spears was in the crowd, and he brought back the ratings and by holding up the spot and the signs, and he was doing that the whole time. Whenever they were in picture, is hilarious. And he messed up on one. He meant to give one a 6, end up getting a 9, and he surprised Jay White, and Jay White's like, oh, you gave me a 9, awesome, awesome. He's like, wait, huh? And looks at it. And he's like, "Oh no, 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 no! You don't get a 9. You get a 6." And he's like, "Oh,
the fucking the fact that after the Blade Runner 3 count, Sean's like, and I'm just gonna give you a 5 on that.
yeah, exactly. That was definitely a 10."
Oh, but they attacked Sean Spears after the match too, which was surprising.
Yeah,
I forgot to
yeah.
mention. I don't know why this family didn't come up, but during the Elite and Blackpool Combat Club moment, apparently Kenosuke Takesha joined them to help take out the Blackpool,
I
which was
mentioned
kind of
that.
confusing.
I
Oh, I didn't
mentioned
hear you
that.
say it. It was
Yeah,
still so
but you
random
didn't.
though.
That's I mentioned that, but you didn't say anything.
I'm everywhere right now. Um, After that, there was a segment with FTR, Lethal, Jarrett, all them, and then Mark Briscoe got attacked by. Forgot who he got attacked by. I think it was a
Yeah,
Ring of Honor team. I don't remember.
I can't remember where he who he got attacked by either.
It was a Rampage thing. They were showing replays of Rampage, but I don't really pay
Hmm.
into Rampage. So, anyways, that happened. Sad luck. Well, Mark Briscoe couldn't do anything. So, yeah, there's that. Pretty basic stuff. Adam Cole and Chris Jericho have a segment in the ring, which was, I mean, it was okay. Adam Cole taught this shit. Jericho taught this shit. Handcuffed Adam Cole to one of the ropes while the Outcast hit, well, technically Saraya of the Outcast smashes a kendo stick across the back of Britt Baker because Britt was trying to save Adam during the process of getting attacked by Garcia and Jericho. I mean, it was an
Um,
okay segment.
Adam Cole called Jericho a stupid idiot, and then that got the crowd to pop,
Called
and
him a
it
fickle,
started change.
stupid idiot.
Yeah, you're a fickle, stupid idiot. Yeah,
You know
and that
what?
got the.
You know what? He just made the list.
He just
No.
made the list. No. Yeah, they handcuffed Adam Cole to the rope and got a kendo stick, and the it was like and Chris was acting like he was gonna get hit Adam Cole with it, and then he kind of just turned his head and then gave the kendo stick to Saraya, and then she started wailing on Britt, and it was just kind of like one of those heartbreaking moments. You're seeing your girlfriend getting beat, and you can't do anything.
Are
So
they?
because
They're
you're
just dating, right? They're not fiance
yeah,
or
they are not
husband wife.
fiance. They are just yeah, that is correct. I
Damn,
found that out the hard way. I was like, holy
I
crap,
found
they
that the hard way.
Yo, off topic, you know what I found out the hard way?
Oh God.
oh boy,
Kota Ibushi is 40 years old.
dang, is
I
he
didn't
really?
know that. I thought he was
Coda
like
is 40 years
35,
old.
which isn't a lot different, but he's 40.
Great
Damn.
Ew,
shape.
old
Ew,
man.
what?
Ew, old man. I love
Uh,
I
Kota
don't know
Ibushi.
why I'm
Respect
saying
to
he's an
him.
old man. But he was born in 1983, which doesn't. He's younger than my mom, so
Jesus Christ.
Set her up.
he's
Kota Ibushi's now in
40.
JCW, which is interesting. I thought he was gonna go to Impact or go back to New Japan, even though they had rough differences, or even WWE would have been decent if he went to NXT with Dragon Lee. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, good segment with Jericho and Cole that can lead up to Double or Nothing. Then we had JS's. I don't know their names. I'm just gonna call them 2.0 because that's what I know them by. 2.0, and then
Daddy Magic.
Daddy Magic and is it two cool hands? Cool hands.
Cool
It was
hands.
somewhere in there. Cool hands, Daddy Magic, and then Jake Hager. I like this hat.
I like this hat.
Took on the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. We had a nice famous there by Billy Gunn hit on there, but it was mainly the mic drop by Max Caster that ended the match as the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass got the W. It was a solid tag team match. I didn't watch
By
most of
the
it, but it was good.
by the way, by the way, now that we're talking about this match, and I just want to say this, like I'm kind of getting pissed off at AEW. They're beeping out cuss words, and I don't know why. They're TV-14. They haven't been doing that. In Max Caster's rap, they censored that one out. He just said shit, and that's all he said, and they beeped it out. And I'm like, what? And then they were doing that the whole time with all the other promos, and I think Jericho said bullshit, and they beeped that out. I'm like, what the
So
heck?
Jungle
What was?
Boy, Jericho, and Max Caster can't say shit, but Sasha Banks can say bitch whenever she wants.
Same with Jericho. Jericho said, "You son of a
You
bitch,"
mean
and they didn't.
Mercedes Monet,
Mercedes money.
or is
First of
that how
all,
you
and
say
she's in
Monet
Japan.
money?
She's in Japan playing her guitar. So
Boop.
Her little
Yeah.
diddle.
you suck,
Can she play
you suck,
Russian
you
on that?
suck. Sorry,
You suck.
Can she play Wonderwall?
Oh
she,
my god.
dude, she can't even
Can
play a
she
G
play
string.
Wonderwall? After that, we
Let's
had the
continue.
new main event, which was Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara. But I'm assuming I didn't get to watch this match, but I'm assuming that
It was
MJF
good.
attacked Jungle Boy
Oh
to
yeah,
get a 10 count.
Yeah,
yeah,
there were some good spots in that match.
yeah.
Why
They
don't you
really
tell us
were.
about it, Duke, since you haven't said it much lately?
All right,
Yeah, that's
so
very true.
basically, it was Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara. Whoa. Um,
Well,
but they had some good spots like right off rip. I think Sammy Guevara instantly hit like a Spanish fly off the top rope, like pretty early into the match. Then he also like they had a fight on the apron, and Jungle Boy jumped and like Sammy kneed him in the head, and then he hit a Spanish fly off the apron onto the floor. That was pretty cool.
well,
Um, and then
Whoa.
like the other big spot was Jungle Boy was going for a top rope move, and Sammy Guevara just runs across the entire ring and drop kicks him, and he almost goes through the timekeeper's table. Like that was pretty
Whoa.
crazy.
I was about to say whoa again. Like,
Sorry,
whoa.
but yeah, that drop
But
kick was
he hit his head.
insane. That drop kick was
Yeah,
insane.
and then it was an 8 count, and Sammy Guevara stops the ref, and everybody thinks, oh, Sammy's like gonna let him get back in the ring, and then MJF comes out of nowhere and hits him with the ring,
Damn.
and
The
it's a
diamond
count out
ring.
victory for Sammy.
Sorry, I'm going to say whoa.
And then as soon as Sammy won, MJF ran into the ring and they started like legit hugging each other and rolling around in the ring like they're wrestling. It was actually really
Best
funny.
friends.
But yeah, they were like, you did it, you did it. And Sammy's like, oh no, we did it.
NJAS plus
So
MJF.
yeah, what I'm thinking is that we got Sammy is probably going to be end up to be Sammy and MJF for the title going 1-on-1, and they made a deal on Dynamite saying, hey, you pay me like Sammy was like, pay me this amount, and then apparently it was like an absurd amount of money, like so like a lot, and uh, but MJF was willing to do it. So, but there's like, it's like, you pay this amount, I'll lay down for you. And he's like, all right, you got a deal. So what I'm thinking is what they're gonna do is Sammy and MJF are gonna go at it 1-on-1, and then Sammy's gonna trick MJF, and then he's gonna lay down. He's gonna go for the pin. He only get a 2 count, and then MJF is gonna be like, wait, what? And they're just gonna go back and forth like that, basically.
I'm the complete opposite of you. My thing is, I think Sammy moved on from this, and then I'm assuming it's gonna be next week when it's gonna be Guevara and Darby Allin.
Hmm.
I think Sammy's gonna or MJ's gonna try to interfere during that match. Guevara tries for something, but Darby Allin picks up the win, and it's gonna be MJF and Darby Allin for the AEW Championship. But obviously, MJF's gonna
Actually, now
retain.
that you're saying that, that actually does make sense because Darby Allen was on the balcony watching, and he saw that whole thing happen. MJF interfering.
If we can get 2019 Darby Allin to take on this MJF, I think it's gonna be a banger match. Even though I'm gonna say Darby
Hell
Allin
yeah!
doesn't win it, I think MJF's gonna retain, but it's still gonna be a banger match.
I got my banana bread.
You
Hell
got
yeah!
that banana? Hell yeah! I was really hoping that the rumors were true about it becoming a fatal four-way with all four of them, but
Yeah, that would have
whatever
been
happens,
sick.
happens. Apparently, we can't have triple threats or fatal four-ways anymore.
Yeah, never.
The last
Yeah,
time they had a triple threat for the belt was Omega, Cassie, and Pac. That was back at was that a double or
that
nothing?
was a
That was
banger.
2021.
That was a banger. I remember that match.
I think it was a double or nothing. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, yeah,
Please do.
absolute banger. I have the shirt. I don't know why I'm. Where's my shirt at?
Should probably
We
put your
searching
shirt
for the
on,
shirt. Hold
naked bitch. Um,
on. Naked bitch. Anyways,
naked bitch.
yeah, that ends AEW for this one. I think we're gonna try to do podcasts more on Wednesdays so that we have more to talk about than just Raw because we don't watch NXT or we don't watch SmackDown. Because I'll be honest, NXT
I'll try to watch SmackDown, but like it's tough
SmackDown's
sometimes.
bad. I don't like
Yeah,
SmackDown. I try to watch NXT, but like there's so much going on with that that I have to keep up with that it makes it impossible. All
yeah,
right, the best
I
part
just
about
work every
this,
day. I can't really watch every show.
yeah,
yeah. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm like you. And
I have no
whenever
complaints
I
because
get
I
off,
work in the mornings and I get off in the afternoons.
I whenever I work on Friday, it's like sometimes I get off on time to see SmackDown. Sometimes I don't. So I'm like, dude, it sucks.
It happens. We only are around for like Raw and Dynamite. That's mainly our to go tos, to be
Yes,
honest.
sir.
All right, now into our rumors.
Rumors transition.
I was gonna play the transition sound, but it's not working now. That's crazy.
That's why I just said transitions because we're gonna do it like that.
Transition sound. Can I do a bell ring or try a bell ring? No, that doesn't work either. All right,
All right,
transition sound.
perfect.
Whoop whoop wop wop wop. Anyways,
Skitty boop boop.
Wow.
I'm
Skitty
gonna
boop
go
boop
from the
boop.
bottom of our list and work up because it makes
All
more
right,
sense in my
all right,
head.
all right.
So I heard this morning. I don't know when it was announced. I think it was this morning. But WWE and Twitch have this new partnership thing that they're allowing WWE wrestlers to stream on Twitch with
yesterday.
specific guidelines. Yeah, okay, yesterday. Specific
Yeah.
guidelines like Austin Creed, Dakota Kai, Adam Cole. I know Adam Cole's not a WWE wrestler, but he still streams there. Who else
hmm
streams that's WWE represented?
I
AJ
mean, they've been
Styles, forgot
doing,
about him.
yeah, they've been doing up down down, but that's technically part of WWE now, even though it's Xavier's channel. Like WWE pretty much runs it.
Co-branded, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they have a. I don't know if I can pull up the specific rules. I'm gonna see if I can do that real quick. Um,
If not, I was just gonna share my opinion. I think it's really cool
WWE
that they're
talent
doing
allowed to
that.
use their real names on Twitch and YouTube. That's what I found. But
Yeah.
go ahead and give your info about it. I'll find it out, and we'll probably talk about it next week.
So I think it's really cool that they're doing it because like it is an extra way to make money, and especially if well, like I know like there are some um I think I'm trying to remember who else, but and there's some
Zelina Vega, I forgot
jobbers.
about her.
Yeah, but there's also some other jobbers that are not getting booked, and they're kind of using Twitch to for another source of income, and that's where I'm like, dude, okay, so that's another way to make money right there, and WWE is like literally blocking that, so I'm like, that's kind of messed up, but now they're not, and so I'm like glad on that. And then not just that, like for especially for the people that's injured, like if you're injured and you're out of action, like you're still not. I don't know. You could like right now you're not making like at the moment you're not making money because you're injured. So that like and doing Twitch would be a good way to make money. So I'm glad that they're doing that. It's fair.
Push people that need to be pushed.
Yeah.
A former rumor that I just recently heard about: Tyler Bates being called up to the main roster after Stand and Deliver when he was with Chase U taking on Schism. I don't know
Yep.
what his plans are gonna be whenever he gets moved up to the main roster. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
gonna
I
go to
don't
Raw or
know.
SmackDown, but I kind of want him to go on
Well,
SmackDown because I feel like they need it.
it could be just rumor too, because there was also a rumor that Braun Breaker was going to be getting a main roster push, and then
Yeah, and then they kept him in
he
NXT.
yeah they just turned him heel. So I'm like, it could be just a
Respectable.
rumor.
Rumors are rumors. That's why it's called the rumor
Rumor.
section.
Yep.
Rumor. Anyways,
Rumor.
um, Backlash, I added into this, not really as a rumor, but just talk about what's going on Backlash. So we have Becky and Trish Stratus going up against each other. We have, oh God, I keep on forgetting. Kevin, Sammy, and Riddle taking on Sosikoa and the Usos. We have Cody and Lesnar. And we have Io Sky and Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. So those are some
Wait, what?
decent
What?
matches that are
Wait,
happening at the pay-per-view.
a backlash? Hold on. Wait, what? They're
I'm
they're doing
assuming.
Matt. Oh, no, they already confirmed that they're doing the tag titles, the tag title rematch at Backlash.
How if they are doing a 3-on-3?
What the heck? Okay, I heard. All right, so that was something that I saw.
It was all
I
over
didn't see.
Instagram and some Twitter feeds that they were doing a 3-on-3. I
Mm,
mean, it could be for the titles. They've done it before with like Seth and Becky taking on Lacey and Corbin, and they put the Universal and Raw Women's belts on the line. I
yeah,
don't know.
but I don't. I heard that they were doing on they're not doing Matt Riddle. They were doing uh Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the undisputed tag titles for the rematch at Backlash.
I
But
mean,
we'll,
I can look this up real quick, which is interesting, but I'm pretty sure it's that three
I
on
could have
three.
swore that they asked for the rematch clause on Raw.
Oh, it says right here. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Riddle versus the Bloodlines. Jay, Jimmy, and Solo. 3-on-3.
3-on-3. Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna possibly give them the tag belts because of the whole Saudi Arabia Night of Champions thing, and all champions defend their belts on
Yeah.
Night of Champions. So eventually they're gonna have to lose it because Sami
I
Zayn is not like Saudi Arabia.
maybe because on Night of Champ, like that rule was kind of taken out. But then again, at the same time, like that rule was taken out whenever Vince was in control, and he's not really in control anymore. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But I know a few years ago, whenever they brought back Night of Champions and they called it Night of Champions, they like not all the titles were on the line. So I don't know. It could go either way.
We'll see what happens. I'm just going based off of what I've seen. Um,
Yeah.
all the other matches, bangers, regardless. Back into the rumors. CM Punk at AEW All In London. Everybody's already saying that it's gonna happen, and if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, cool. I really don't
I
care about the
mean,
situation.
we we should really it should really be changed to like um, June 21st because that's supposedly the new rumor going around is they already made the announcement tonight on Dynamite that tickets are now on sale for June 21st and for AEW Dynamite, and it's going to be in Chicago, and that they made that announcement and fans got hyped. So
What? Hold
well,
on.
like I think that's what is going on. The new rumor now is CM Punk is going to be going in coming back to AEW in June 21st.
I want to know about this. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they announced it tonight.
It still tells me London. Interesting. But they're gonna have Forbidden Door in Canada. We're gonna bring that up eventually around
Ooh,
June because they're talking about Forbidden Door in June.
that's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool though. The
Yes,
Forbidden Door in
sir.
Canada, and then of course you have New Japan and AEW. That's really cool.
So cool. Anyways,
It'll
I'm
be really cool if they Sorry,
we'll
it would be really cool if they did Impact
add Impact
onto
to the
them. Then,
scene. I mean,
yeah,
we'll see what happens there.
give them a little boost.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you talk about this because you wanted to bring something up that was annoying about this. Goldberg.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna let you do your talking.
Goldberg is reportedly wanting to come to AEW. That is the rumor. Go away, please. Just go away.
He
He
doesn't want to go.
the rumor is, and he already reportedly said that he wants to have one last retirement match, and his apparently one last retirement match he would like to be in AEW, and that is reportedly what he said. So if that is true, no, absolutely no. And if Tony Khan, if you're listening to this, please no,
Please no.
please no, please no. Um, the man legit retired the Undertaker because he botched so much. No,
Dude literally ruined two people's Universal Championship reigns and injured the
legit.
Phenom.
Yeah, and ruined the Fiend character, the hottest thing in WWE at the time,
I mean, he's still
and they
going.
ruined. I mean, not as the Fiend, but yeah,
One that's still
but
going.
still, that's the thing. It's just like what? And not to mention he was Universal Champion, like the Fiend was Universal Champion, and it was so cool to see. And then all of a sudden, boom! No, we're just gonna squash him, and we're gonna ruin him. We're gonna bury him. And
Yeah.
that okay. But anyway, that's no, straight up
No.
no. I mentioned this today. I said I would be okay if he came to AEW as a manager for like a manager to manage Jade Cargill, but I already ranted about that in this podcast, so that's I highly doubt that that is going to happen. But like I said, no, no,
Hear
no.
me out. Hear me out on this. Goldenberg versus Ridge Holland, the battle of the injured.
Oh my god! Not only did he injure Big
Goldberg and
E.
Ridge. He injured Johnny Gargano too. That was like back in the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg injures people, Ridge injures people. You might as well just put him in a match. That's how you end your career. If Baron Corbin gets a career
Yep.
ender with Kurt Angle, then Goldberg can have a career ender with Ridge Holland. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about
Move
that
on.
old
Let's move on.
butthead. Um, this is like non wrestling related, but semi wrestling related. John Morrison had a boxing match recently. I don't know who he was facing, but he got a W. So cool. Just wanted to bring that up. Congratulations, John Morrison, on your first boxing win. Woot woot.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it was pretty cool. It
yeah,
was a
sweet.
good knockout too. Like I
I
saw the
didn't see the
video. I
match
was
at
like,
all.
I I saw the video on Twitter. It was a good knockout for the end. I was like, oh wow,
Wasn't that the
he connected
knockout where
him.
he like hit him out of the ring?
No, he was in the ring. He was in the ring.
Oh, I'm thinking about the wrong thing then. And then during that boxing event, there was a guy named Dad, and he called out Seth Rollins to challenge him in a wrestling, not a wrestling match, but a boxing match. Because I want to see that. I'm down to see Seth Rollins get into a boxing ring if it happens.
Apparently, 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 he called him out. And I saw that. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, this guy, he has a mustache and he's weird. Anyway,
Apparently, he knows how to box. I haven't seen it though. Um,
I guess he's like, from what I've like seen, he's pretty good friends with John Henney, which is John Morrison, and then that he was there to not only support John, but like also there to fight, and that's why he had wanted to do that, and then he had all these. John had a whole bunch of like other wrestlers from different companies, which was cool coming into the ring. Karrion Cross, L.A. Knight, um, Scarlett, of course, and then you got his wife. And then that it was all cool. There was a lot. I was like, holy crap! There's a lot of wrestlers that's supporting them.
yeah, but I also heard like this is also not wrestling related, but we're still going to the boxing situation. Ethan, that was Markiplier's friend, also was in that
Hmm.
boxing match and paid the W, so GG's on him. Um,
Yeah.
Going back into wrestling related things. I know we didn't talk about this because we normally do our podcast on Tuesday, but we're recording it Wednesday. I wanted to bring this up, but Jeff Hardy returned last week,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
amazing.
Dude, holy crap. First of
I,
all, I didn't really care about the uh this little thing, but I guess a lot of people did. But whenever he first debuted in AEW, his brother was getting his ass beat, right? And
oh
people
my
were
god, are we
complaining.
bringing up the
Yeah,
dance?
yes, yes, we are. And people were complaining and saying, it was like, oh my god, my brother's getting beat up. Better do my dance real quick and then go save him. And people were doing that, and they were getting upset. And but now that he returned, he did not do the dance. He came in there with a chair and was ready to fight and ready to protect his brother. And everyone is now happy. Everyone's so happy about that. I'm like, really, really, you
I
can't just
saw
let
things on
him.
Twitter where it's just like, man, he didn't do his dance this time. Major L,
Really, you saw Major L. Oh my god,
Major L.
didn't do the dance, Major L.
It's a classic thing now. He has to do it. If somebody's
Yeah,
getting
that's what I
attacked, he
was just
has to
like.
stop there for at least 2 seconds,
I
do the
saw,
little
I
air
saw a
wave
lot of
thing,
shit,
and then
dude.
go in there.
I
Also, that
saw
was
a
a nice
lot of
chair
shit.
that he
It was
came in with.
crazy.
It was very decorative.
Yeah, yeah, he made the chair himself because he's an artist. So
Artiste.
he's not
He does his own
artisting,
face
so he
paint.
does his own face paint, and he face painted the chair.
Yeah. The only
And
thing that I'm hoping out of this return, because he's had multiple mistakes in the past, and I think last year or 2 years ago. But
Yeah,
he needs to stay off the drugs, stay off the pain pills, stay off of drinking. Just get yourself back where you need to. He passed his
saw
test,
that.
which granted him the fact of coming back to AEW, but
I
he
saw that
needs.
he made a new YouTube account called Alter Nero, and he made a new music video, and he's where he talks about his arrest, and he it was in the song. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But if you guys get a chance, Alter Nero is his new account. Go check it out.
Hell yeah, I'll have to listen to that after this podcast. But yeah, all I'm saying is Jeff Hardy has been through hell throughout years with drug abuse and alcohol. We're hoping that he gets back. Either he goes for the tag team championships or he can go for the TNT. The world title would be a good idea for him. He's still in a good age where he can still do some
Mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, might have to send for Sting.
It's
Stay
Sting.
down.
My goodness. Fucking Sting versus Jeff Hardy, part two. Let's get it done.
Victory, yeah, Victory Road 2011. Now
Gotta
it's
love it.
nah, but no, Jeff Hardy's return, it was really good, and I enjoyed it. It was a major pop too, a major pop. I was like, holy crap! And then
Oh,
the Swanton bomb he did too had
beautiful.
for me personally, yes, because after watching it and going back and watching it, like that has to be the hardest Swanton bombs I've ever seen.
Hell
It was
yeah.
so brutal.
Apparently on Rampage, they're doing the Hardy Boys versus Hook and Isaiah Cassidy.
Oh, really?
So I might watch
Rampage
Rampage
is
just for that
interest.
match.
Yeah, Rampage is
We
interesting
are
now.
now interested. We'll come back to you guys on next week's podcast to talk about this because I'm kind of intrigued.
Let's do it.
Um, Last two rumors that we have is Becky Lynch and her new Twitter situation. She changed her name from Becky Lynch on Twitter to Rebecca Quinn, I believe is her last name.
Yes.
Changed her profile picture to something a little raggedy. No offense, Becky, but your profile picture does look like a raggedy picture of you. And she blacked out her cover photo. So I don't know what her plans are right now. And she said that she wasn't going to Raw and she didn't show up on Raw that day during the Trish Stratus situation. But we'll see what happens and see what builds up.
I'm really hoping that both of them leave. That's what I'm hoping. If because Seth is already frustrated, Becky's already frustrated. If both of them leave, that would make it big right there. And then they leave, and Seth is already talking and saying that he wants to, like he's interested in AEW. And so I'm like, and we got that already. And if Becky's frustrated, she wants to leave. She wants to join Seth to AEW. That would be a nice package right there.
Yeah, it was a good show. Jolly good show.
Jolly good show.
And then the final
Good show.
rumor, which I so I'll talk about the rumor and then I'll talk about what I thought was going to happen. Drew McIntyre's entire Twitter account is just black. Has nothing on there, no profile picture, no cover photo. He still has his name as Drew McIntyre and stuff in there, but um my original thought was he was getting sick and tired because there's a lot of rumors going on in the world that Drew McIntyre is not gonna be in WWE much longer because of his contract expiring, and he can be at All In as Drew Galloway, which that's what I want to see. But apparently, again, rumors is that it's actually a termination storyline that they're going with after WrestleMania and his loss. Is that they're going to take a step back with him and rebuild a new character with him. But I'd rather see him go to AEW, go to All In, show up as Drew Galloway, and yeah, get the job done.
See, there's no to me. There's no point of building a new character when this is just my personal opinion. All you need to do is drop the sword gimmick. Okay,
This sword
drop
gimmick was
that.
gay.
Yeah,
No
just
offense.
drop that, and then bring back uh Broken Dreams. That's what you need to do. That Drew
Hurt.
McIntyre needs to come back. That's what they need to do instead of building a new character if that is true. But I don't know. I understand that they're like, oh, we're trying to build something new. I get that, but that's
They're
the thing.
trying.
That's what that's the thing though is like that's what they don't see is when some people want to see that Drew McIntyre return. Yeah, well, we're gonna give you sword Drew McIntyre.
We're gonna
So
give you a sword. Either he needs to go to AEW all in as Drew Galloway and dominate there, or he needs to come back and remodify himself as Broken Dreams McIntyre. Get the job done.
see, um he that's I
I'm
how
talking
do I
about get
put
rid of that
this?
facial hair, get a ponytail again. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, no, keep the facial hair. Keep the facial hair. It looks good. So we already know that Drew can get over. Like that's the thing. Drew can definitely get over. And he has no problem character wise. Like I just really believe with I can understand if he really is frustrated. I can understand it because like he has no problem character wise. He has no problem mic skill wise. He has no problem wrestling skill wise. Why is he getting booked? That's the issue. It's like you're not booking him, and it's like I don't know. That's if I was in his shoes, I would be frustrated too, and wanting to leave and go to AEW where I know I can get over and have a banger matches over there.
Exactly. And they have plenty of talent to go around for there.
hmm The roster, that's the thing is wrestling like now is definitely changed because of AEW, and they have the roster is so insane.
This just randomly clicked in my head, and hear me out. Drew McIntyre's been in WWE. He's done Impact a few times. He's even done Indies and Ring of Honor. But if Drew Galloway went to New Japan,
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
that would be cool too.
Then again,
But
we'd
at
have
the
to stay
same
up until
time,
2 in the morning to watch
see,
it.
yeah. But at the same time, like, um, you know what? I totally forgot what I was gonna say. So let's go ahead and move on. If you have anything else.
That was the end of the rumors, which means that is the end of our podcast today. Oh God, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. Like I said, if you're listening on Spotify, follow our YouTube at WrestleReacts. Our Twitter is WrestleReacts, and if you're not listening on Spotify and you're listening to our YouTube, just follow our Spotify at WrestleReacts. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say there. Yeah, Duke
Yeah,
shows up at the last
yeah,
minute
Yeah.
because we forgot to add
yeah.
him into anything.
Well, he could have jumped in.
He could have jumped in.
Yeah, I
It's
also
alright.
didn't have anything to say because I didn't know about any of these rumors. So.
Oh, also, random plug. Follow Bushru Twitch because we do FCW, Fire Pro Wrestling World, awesome shit there.
Yeah,
Follow. Watch
Also,
it.
follow
you
at
can
the
watch it.
Johnny.
Oh my god.
Sorry, go ahead.
Also, another plug.
Also follow Bristru Twitch where we do FCW.
I just said that.
Also
Oh
follow the Johnny Mayhem on Twitter
Fair
yes,
enough.
for
yeah.
your
Let's
best
go.
wrestling content.
Let's go. Let's
Facts
go.
no cap.
Facts no
At
cap.
the Johnny spelled the right way, Jonny
That's right.
Mayhem.
No H. You put an H here, disgrace. And if you
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
that's
follow
right.
any of
That's a
them,
waste of
you don't
letter
like
right
LA
there. We
Knight.
don't do that here.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. That's a waste of letters. No. No, you throw that H in the trash where it belongs.
in the trash.
Yeah. Also, if you don't follow any of their social medias, you are a Goldberg fan. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening, and we are out. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.